Hello, I have a pretty interesting discovery about Bible versions. The Webster Bible is a really obscure Bible. You can't just go to the store and buy it. However, I think I'm really starting to like this Bible a lot, and I was going to show you why. What happened was today I was doing a Bible study, and I found this verse, 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 7, and it says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way." Okay, well, it makes it look like that word let means like what we think of the word let. But if you see, it says Greek number 2722 here. That is the same Greek number up here as in the verse right before it. And that says withholdeth. Well, those seem to be the exact opposite meaning. Well, apparently back in those days, when they translated the King James Version, that word letteth meant hinder or something like that. And I don't understand it, so but all I know is that that's the same Greek word. And most of the modern translations use the word restraineth or withholdeth, okay? So I was frustrated because I don't like the modern translations because they omit a lot of stuff and they have liberal theology influencing them, and there are a lot of problems, okay? So I was looking through all my versions, and I came across the Noah in the eSword module, and I came across the Noah Webster's revision that was done in 1831. Well, from what I read, there was no major revision to the Bible, so it was pretty close to the King James Version. But I found it's a little bit more revised than what the experts have led me to believe, because here he has changed the word to restrain in verse 7, restraineth, from letteth, and so it's clearer. So I said, I really like that. Well, I wanted to see if Webster had made another change to another verse in Acts chapter 12, and you'll see this word in Acts chapter 12 says anyway, the word I'm showing the Greek word here, kacheko, that is the word for, in case you want to study it, that is the word in Greek for restrain. But let's get on to the real interesting thing about this was I looked at Acts chapter 12, verse 4 in the King James Version, and I found that that actually will have a change, a significant change. In Acts chapter 12, it always has the word Easter, which is the Greek word 3957, which is the same word for Passover. So I've always thought that when they translated this, that this was translated incorrectly, and what they did was they just copied straight over from the Bishop's Bible, which was the Anglican Church's Bible. And so I was curious to see what Webster had to say about this verse. And in Webster's revision, he had used the word Passover in here. So that is really cool. And because this is a very conservative translation, it's not a modern liberal translation, this is a very significant find, I think. Because I think he's made some revisions, not too many, but he's made it obviously easier to understand when you're looking at this verse in 2 Thessalonians. He's made it more easy to understand, and he's also made some revisions to the actual English. So that means he was really using this is Noah Webster, and he used his Greek and Hebrew knowledge, I think, quite a bit in this maybe possibly more than what the experts think. And when you look at Wikipedia and when you look at all the articles about him, they all kind of downplay his changes, but I think this is a significant change. And so, kind of as a joke, me and my friend were talking about starting this Webster's only movement, like the King James only movement.